riding a bike. We're out for a second walk today. It seems to be about upper 40s.
Do you think so?
Maybe. I don't know. There's a little mid 40s probably, yeah. I mean, for a fight over a degree or two, I suppose. That's fine though. There's a little bit of sun out over there. No, I'm looking at myself there. Over there. Car? Yeah, it's deceiving there. Okay. We haven't taken the recycling for a few days, so we're walking up, making it a point to take the recycling. So what I wanted to talk about is how disability affects you and your kids. This one is really hard. When I first had my knee problems and I was in a wheelchair, I did not want to have children. And he was so encouraging and said, yes, we're going to have children, no matter what, if you're in a wheelchair or not. And not that I've seen people do, have children and be in wheelchairs, and they do just fine, but I don't know, I just didn't want to. So, my doctor did give me my life back when I had my knees replaced, and we shortly had children after that. So there's a car coming, so we gotta move here. Neighbors. Everybody's your neighbor in this town, though.
What?
Everybody's your neighbor in this town, though. So, but I think it's been a struggle for 10 years, 20 years, I don't know, a long time, having children and being disabled because once I figured out that I was disabled when they were little, they could run away from me. And one time, when Austin was doing roughing at a junior high football game, I decided to take the 2-year-old to the game, and he ran out on the field. And people were saying, baby on the field, baby on the field. And Austin didn't know we were there and didn't see us, which is fine. All the action was on the other side anyway, but I couldn't catch him. I couldn't catch him at all. So I just had to wait for him to run back to me. Another time, I was with my old roommates at a trampoline park in Des Moines, and my youngest decided to go off and jump in the pit, and that was fine, but he decided to swim his way down in the, the foam pit. And at that point, I wasn't using any walking assistance or anything. I didn't have anything with me, but my roommates knew that I had a problem with walking distances or going to get them, and I kind of just stood there and looked at them, and I don't know, it's not a lifeguard, but the person that was helping out said, you can go get him. And I said, no, I can't go get him. So my roommate had to come up from downstairs and dig him out of the foam pit because he wouldn't get out. And a lot of times there's nothing I can do, say, come here, but they kind of have figured out that I can't run after them. Another thing is, my husband calls me a bruised peach? I bruise easily. Something like that.
It's like a peach.
I'm like a peach.
Bruises easily.
I definitely do. Or any sort of fruit. My kids, I think, this is rubbed off on them where if I say ow, like, ow, it hurts, they say ow really quickly here. And so I think that's rubbed off on them, my disability and not being able to move and being a bruised peach. That certainly hasn't helped things along. But I think the best thing I had to do was to basically tell people around me, if I get a chance to tell people, like, hey, I have issues here, even though I look fine most of the time, because I can usually tolerate small distances. But so that's one of the harder things with children. Do you have anything to add to that? Parents helped out a lot. My husband basically does everything. When I can't do anything, when I'm down for the count, he has to do it all. So
with kids, it's just it's more limiting, you know, in terms
Yeah.
of what you can do. And, like,
Vacations, everything is
yeah,
limited.
Like, well, 'cause everything has to be planned out. If you have a wheelchair, or if you need crutches, can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah.
And then, you know, if a person asks, you know, like a family member asks, well, can we do that? Well, do we have the right stuff to go along? And it's just, it takes more thought. One of the things that God blessed me with is that I had multiple parents or grandparents that had, you know, disabilities where I saw this growing up. And so with Carla Mae, it wasn't as big of a deal just because it's something that I kind of grew up with. And so she benefited from that. It's kind of gross.
It happens. We're recycling. Yeah, I'd say his experience with his grandma and just knowing about how things go has given him a lot of patience with me. And
Well, and my mom, she had double hip.
yep, his mom had double hip replacement in the 80s. Just kidding. That's an inside joke because she thought one day that she had her hips done in the 80s. It was definitely in the late 90s.
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah. So it was
2001.
yeah. So his mom has had to deal with hip replacements too, and living in a place where she had to deal with double. See, Austin's really good too. He only goes to a house and says, "We're not gonna buy this house. We're only looking at ranch style houses." So that's always been nice too. And the first thing he did when we moved into our house here is opened the entryway door, made it wider, and put the laundry right upstairs. So it's just something he's done right away because he gets it.
Yep.
So, all right. In other videos, I think I will talk about work and the psychology of it all and different topics like that. So what have you found when dealing with kids, or if you have grandkids, or any suggestions that you have? What have you found to be helpful to you? See ya. Do you see that hat? You see that hat? Yep. Tom Brady's going there.
That he is.
This is how,
TB12, right? Is it 12? It's number 12?
I think so. That's true, TB12, you know. So you think we have a Tampa Bay fan on our hands here, but, you know, I think my husband might be the only one that wears team apparel for any team. If you know somebody that does, let me know, but I think he's the only one. Okay, so the reason why we have this hat anyway, we actually have two of them. But, okay, so yeah, we went to Boston, and we were on the line where we could have gone out to Gillette Stadium, but
This is the Buccaneers.
I know,
Okay.
didn't go see Gillette Stadium. And then that fall we went to Florida, and we went to,
Tampa.
yeah, I went to Tampa, but I can't remember the stadium. Gosh, it's
where was
some
it?
guy's name.
It is a guy's name.
Anyway, we went to the stadium. And did we buy the hat? No, we did not buy the hat there. We are not Tampa Bay fans either. However, we were there, and we found these two Tampa Bay hats, and they're so nice. And my husband, he's very smart. He has a big melon. He's really smart. So this fits his head, and it's nice. So we bought two of them for the boys. Ended up to be ours. But it's a nice hat. And now that Tom Brady is going to Tampa Bay, we're like looking like we're in the know, ahead of the curve, and that's not really it at all, but that's how it went down.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. So we'll probably follow him, you know, just because.